Hi, I'm Camilla from Chief Machu Picchu and welcome to our beginners course. This is our week 2 of our course and today we're going to be doing our standing asanas. So again, we're going to be learning a lot of postures that we will later continue into our sun salutation practice. So warming up with a few of the practices we did in our seated video, and then we can continue on to our standing postures. So coming up to stand, we'll move first in to a posture called Tadasana. So in Sanskrit, a lot of the words just translate purely to the English words that we know as. Tadasana is our mountain pose. So we're going to come to the top of your mat. Lift the inner arches of your feet. Have a look at your feet. Are they tracking straight? We want them straight in line with your knees and your hips. Soften the knees, roll the shoulders back and down. Open the palms to the front. Here I draw my chin in, lift to the crown of my head. If you have difficulties, a wonderful way is just to simply use a wall. So you come stand flush with the wall. Find your heels to the wall, your buttocks, shoulder blades, and eventually over time, the back of your head can come to the wall as well. Just want to make sure you're not hyperextending through your knees. Your knees are soft and relaxed. And take a few deep breaths here. Ground down into your feet. Feel yourself balanced in the feet. And we want to be opening the collarbones, opening across the chest. So send your breath right through the belly, up to the collarbones, and back down again. Right up. Lift the inner arches, lift your kneecaps up to the quads, and release. Great for your posture, that pose. Coming into Adho Mukha Svanasana. This is our downward facing dogs. We lift the arms up, sink the shoulders, fold all the way down to the floor. Give yourself a bit of a shake. If your hamstrings are tight, hang out here for a little bit. You might even want to sway yourself side to side. Hands to floor, stepping our right leg back. Or maybe we'll move to our lunge pose first. So drop down onto your right knee, coming into our lunge pose. So when we have our lunges, we always want to have our ankle underneath the knee in our full lunge. Just to warm ourselves up, we'll move forward and back. As you move through here, you'll feel the hip flexor of the right opening. Then when we pull back, this hamstring of the left will open. So we're getting best of both worlds for both legs, moving forward and back. And Janayanasana, a bit of a tricky Sanskrit, this one. And holding in the lunge. Relax your hands, rest your body. This is fantastic for drainage of your lymph nodes in your groin, your shoulders, like up in the armpits. Encourage your body to sink into your thigh. From here, we'll tuck the toes, lift the back knee. Now we'll step the left leg back into our downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. This is where we walk out the feet. So just loosen ourselves up here. This time we're going to do our lunge on the other side. You can step through from your down by lifting the right leg up, bending the knee and sweeping through. But if that's too difficult for you at the moment, we just do it from a tabletop where you lift, open the leg and step that foot through. Walk it through until your ankle is under your knee. Find that deep lunge. Moving forward and back. So if you have difficulty here, particularly if your hamstrings are tight, this is where you'll get 2 blocks or 2 books, either side of your front ankle, and move forward and back with that lunge. That's going to help immensely. So do this as much as you like to loosen up your joints. It's fantastic for the legs and the health of your hips and lower back. Come into the lunge. Bring the hands either side. Rest your body into the groin, into your armpit. If you can, hook your armpit over that knee. It's great for the lymph nodes here. Our Lohitaksha Mama point. Mama points are energy points in the body in Ayurveda. Okay, tuck the toes a little back leg. We're going to step our right leg back, downward dog. Walk out through your feet. So here I'll talk through the alignments of downward dog. Anytime you get tired, just come to your knees and rest in Balasana. So this is always our resting pose. So get into your correct alignment for Balasana. For downward. We'll come to Balasana. Extend the arms in line with your shoulders. Move the body forward to remember our plank from last week. Tuck the toes, hips to ceiling. Then just gently rock those feet in, and this is your correct alignment. If your hamstrings are tight, your knees will probably be quite bent, but just take your time to walk them out. Make sure you're pushing equally into your hands and your feet, and then you're rolling your shoulders back and down. So you're feeling your shoulders sink into your back. Hips are high, and we're stretching long. So often you'll see in downward dog, you might be leaning over like this. It's just something that will take time to stretch out your back and your legs. So if that's the case, just move forward to your knees, back to your heels. We move forward and back. We'll do a few rounds of these, but you could continue this at home. So down to the knees, hips to heels. Child's pose to downward. So we're going to continue back with our step through. Left leg forward, lift the left leg up. Step it between the hands. Remember, in tabletop if you need. Now we're moving into Virabhadrasana 1, our warrior 1. This back foot is grounded, comfortable stance, a little bit wider. A lot of people have quite a narrow stance, but see if you can stretch it out a little bit. We're opening the hips, great for sitting. Turning to the front, get your hips looking direct at the front. We want to lift the arms up. You can take any alignment here. The arms can be straight up or out to the side. Sink into the front knee, push into the back foot. And relax, release the arms down. We'll do 2 more of these. Breathe in, lift up, push, keep your back heel grounded, and release. If that's not available to you, you can always do to test your balance, lift the heel, but you want to keep your toes and knees facing forward. Moving into Virabhadrasana 2, our warrior 2. So you come up to 1, keep the legs exactly as they are, but we turn the body towards the right. So see how my legs are spreading out, but my torso is turning on to the side. I squeeze the shoulders. Reach long through the fingertips, looking down your left hand or out into the middle. Release down and stretch. Push firm into your outer right foot. Hold. We're going to look back to warrior 1, face the front, hands to the floor. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward dog. Walk out, right leg this time steps through. So step it through until you have your lunge. Ground that back foot. So quite a wide stance coming up. Breathe in. Lift the arms and sink the shoulders. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Release the arms, relax. Breathe in and sink. We want to make sure our knee is staying in line with your hip and your toes. So all joints are aligning up. Coming up and holding. Virabhadrasana 2, legs stay as they are. I turn to the left. Roll the shoulders down, reach the fingers. Keep pushing this knee out. Often there's a tendency to drop that knee in. We want to rotate that out. Release and stretch. So see how my arms, hands are in line with my shoulders. I don't want them up here, and I don't want to be droopy. I'll be strong and dynamic with the arm posture last time. Coming back to Virabhadrasana 1. stepping the feet together, rolling out the shoulders, softening off the knees and standing tall in the posture, coming back into our Tadasana to finish our practice. Hands meet into heart. Namaste. So namaste is a gesture that means the light inside me recognizes the light inside you. So often you'll hear that in yoga classes. So okay, that concludes our second week of our standing postures leading towards our sun salutations. If you have any questions, please feel free to come and ask me, and yeah, we'll be good to go for next week. Thank you.